In 2020, there were many people focusing on the ideas related to illness and death, which created a lot of fear. And some of this fear was justified and some of it wasn't, but that's where the focus was. And so, with that being the focus for billions of people on the earth, there were many deaths. Now, of course, there are deaths every year that are not even reported, but there was a high concentration of this. What does this prove? Well, it proves the power of thought and how much it can impact reality. Because if your thoughts were to dwell in a very negative and fearful place every single day, every week, every month, over a long stretch of time, then you would definitely start to see this, hear this, and even experience this up close and personal. It is the power of your thoughts. The reason why people don't realize how powerful their own thoughts are is because they don't track their thoughts. Thoughts come in, thoughts go out, and there are no notes taken. Imagine if you did. Imagine if you wrote down every single negative thought on a piece of paper. By the end of the day, you would see a lot of negative thoughts on that page. And those thoughts carry energy, the same way that a positive thought carries energy. Now that's an interesting flip, because imagine if there were more positive thoughts than negative thoughts by the billions of people on the earth. What type of experience would be here on the earth? What type of vibrations would there be? There are frequencies that you give off with your thoughts, and thoughts definitely become things. If you want to begin the change of everything around you, it begins with your thoughts. Now, of course, there are actions to follow these thoughts, but the formula is quite simple. You have the vision, the belief, and then the habits. The vision, the belief, and then the habits. Everything around you can shift. It can shift into a more favorable situation, a more pleasurable situation, a much smoother situation. But it all begins with your thoughts. Wherever your thoughts dwell the most. Again, if you were to write down every single one of your thoughts on a paper, how many of those thoughts would be negative versus positive? And even the slightest thought can alter situations, outcomes, realities. To change what's around you is to change your perception. I've mentioned this before in these episodes. It's the easiest formula, yet extremely difficult to adopt. Human beings tend to struggle with their own existence. You look at the animals, they do not struggle. They do as they're designed to do. No conflict, just existence. The next time you look at your dog or cat or any other pet, but specifically dogs and cats, look at the way they roam the earth and move around. It's quite simple, isn't it? They are not combating against their existence. They don't combat against what they're designed to do. They just do. It just works. And there they are. This can apply to you as a human being right now in this time, even with everything going on the way that it is around you. All you have to do is begin to see a new outcome, even if it is challenging to see. put yourself in the opposite of where you are currently. If your situation is unfavorable, put yourself in the opposite of that, and then expand on those thoughts. By doing this for 30 seconds a day, you will begin to see new outcomes. Again, there are steps and actions to take, yes indeed, but it starts with your thoughts. 30 seconds per day on what it is that you want to do that is favorable, that is enjoyable, that gives you more fulfillment, that adds elevation to your story. Start there. 30 seconds every day of the most favorable outcome you could possibly imagine.